Should be live. Well. Alright, cool. Let's go. So all we're gonna be doing today is this is just a nice short test stream. I figured what I would do is I'd just finish up the event that I have to do in Genshin and maybe use my resin, and then we'll call it there. Just a nice short test stream. Because it looks like everything on my end, from what I can see, it looks good. So let's just get going. Okay. So, I will change the language to English, because I play with Japanese voices when I'm just playing, because I like how it sounds more, but when I'm playing story quests, I like to have it in English, just so I can kind of sit back and listen to it. Alright, so this is kind of just a more laid back stream, I guess I should say. Because nice short test, so I didn't want to do something like some intense game where that's what's going to be coming up actually. On Monday, so tomorrow, I plan on playing Dark Souls 3. One of my favorite games, the Soul series, are all some of my favorite games. So, on Monday, tomorrow, the 6th, should be around 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30 if I'm a bit late. But it'll be around there, and I'll be playing Dark Souls 3. I actually have, I started a while ago a Soul Level 1 playthrough, and I never finished it. I'm in the Ring City right now. I have just Gale, Midir, Half-Light, and then Soul of Cinder is all that's left. So I'll be streaming probably this week, me trying to finish up that Soul Level 1 of Dark Souls 3, which should be fun. But for now, let's see how this event ends. So I'll just put it on auto here.
Traveler, Paimon.
We'll see what's going on.
I suppose your story is ready.
Yep. How about
Alright,
you?
let's see.
Do you need some
So,
more time?
if you didn't,
No need.
if you haven't played the
I'm
event
also ready
yet
to tell my story.
or seen this, then
Please,
well, there's a whole
go
lot
ahead.
that happened. But right now, essentially,
here
us
goes.
versus Albedo, we're
Once
competing to
upon a
write a
time,
story and see who
there
writes
was
the better
an
one.
evil researcher who
This is
went
apparently our
into
story.
the mountains and did a crazy experiment on whopper flowers to transform their appearance. After a lot of pain and suffering, the whopper flowers finally took on a human form. Then they stood by the side of the mountain to wait for unsuspecting bypassers. To whoever spoke to them, they would ask some questions such as, "Who am I? Who are you?" If the bypasser got the wrong answer, the last sound they'd make would be a
I
yelp
see.
before the whopper flower ate them alive in one bite.
So we're kind of
Oh,
combining what
truly
happened with this
frightening.
event versus or with like a riddle telling creature. Very scary, Paimon. Truly frightening.
You two aren't scared at all.
No. You put your best effort in though, Paimon. Well, maybe I'm just really tough. I don't
Don't go nitpicking, okay? If you didn't like the story, go write your own.
know. Ooh. Yeah, sure.
In
Let's
other
eat
words,
someone.
the whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their
The
victim.
body snatchers. Yeah, the whopper flowers are just body snatchers. There you go.
Then what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat their whole family?
Now she's scared of her own story. There you go.
I made up this story, but now Paimon's the one who's
That
scared by
seems to be the case
It's
of this
a good
game.
story. Oh, may I write it down? I may bring it up in future conversations.
He's impressed by it.
For? Just to scare people with?
Yes.
Got a real
Just to
mean streak,
scare people
Albedo.
with. Oh, Albedo's great.
Mine is a little longer than yours. It starts with an alchemist. A great alchemist
Alright.
once created Subject 1. Subject 1 was her proudest achievement, and successfully blended into human society. No one ever would have thought that this friend of theirs was in fact a synthetic
Wow, these
human.
stories that we're making are just
However, Unbeknownst to
hitting the
Subject
nail on
1,
the head with this
the alchemist
this
had
event,
tried the
isn't
same
it?
experiment many times before he had come into being. Some of the rejects from failed experiments had been discarded, but had not died. Subject 2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he was resurrected by the dragon's mysterious power. He saw all kinds of people on the mountain, including Subject 1, who had somehow miraculously blended in among them. Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to deceive everyone so successfully. He saw the way humans accepted Subject 1 as a friend, witnessed their affection as they addressed him by name. This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now, all that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1 and take the joy of his existence for himself.
Man.
This is giving Paimon the chills. So scary.
Subject 2 began to unfold his plan. He stole Subject 1's books and notes.
Albedo, come
studied
on, you
all
can't
that
make up a
Subject 1
story
had
when
learned
it's
from the
just like what's
alchemist.
been happening.
Subject 2 was highly intelligent, and he learned quickly. He changed his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's face. Then, he found a plant with mimicry
I hope those dot
capabilities
dots are because we're
and transformed
recognizing
it
that
using
Albedo's
dragon
just
blood and
reciting the
alchemy.
story of the event to us.
And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a third entity, Subject 3.
My god.
There's 3 of them now?
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased a mark in both his and Subject 3's necks. For these marks were symbols of imperfection. In my view, it was probably a subconscious act, an instinct. He so desperately craved to become a perfect human being that he forgot something. Human beings are defined by their flaws. Subject 2's
True.
plan was meticulously crafted. Subject 3 would draw Subject 1's attention. After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the threat had now disappeared and would let his guard down. The next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would eliminate Subject 1 and become the only one remaining. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories and inherit his identity, residence, clothing, sword, name, and friends.
Yeah, it is
People
just
would have
body
no
snatchers. There
idea
you go.
that the individual they knew had become somebody else from one day to the next.
This is way too scary. Paimon's never gonna be able to trust anyone again.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person, but found that they could somehow sense he was different from Subject 1. What's wrong? Are you scared?
What happened then? What happened to the stranger?
He became a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person that Subject 2 had to dispose of.
Another one.
It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden. Only one of the 3 was a fine specimen, while the other 2 were defective specimens that bore poisonous thorns. In all the world, only the gardener who tended to them could tell which was the good specimen. People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, they would have to take the gardener out of the picture, using their poisonous thorns. This is exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows and waited patiently. Maybe soon, he would get his chance to become truly human.
You don't say. Yep. He's just recounting everything that's happened.
Intense.
And
So what
just kind of saying to us the, I guess, extremity of the whole situation. And how if it succeeded, we never would have known.
About it.
Fortunately, Meta is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. But you can never let your guard down on Dragonspine. Monsters mutated with Durin's power and blood are also creatures of Rhine-Daughter, just like me. You must beware of all such creatures. I'm glad to hear that. It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so there is no need for me to hide the truth from you. The only thing is that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, I feel so small. As beings who set foot in this world, how arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny, and in desiring to create? Is creation an arrogant act, Traveler? If not, why do we call the ones that created us and control us gods? If it is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves creators? How far must we take our
Well, in and of
reverence and
itself,
respect?
in a way, it's
And what
arrogant for
purpose
us
does it serve?
to say that there are these gods that created us and that we're this great people that were created by them. But that's getting pretty philosophical, Albedo. So let's see how you answer.
Nothing special, but
We're getting pretty
whenever
philosophical.
I think about it, I feel a twinge of grief.
Poor Albedo. Hello?
Makes
Traveler,
sense.
Are you here?
Why you'd feel guilty.
Hey, is that Amber?
Remember, it was just the
Thought we
story
might
he was
find you here.
recounting.
We're here to deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big event down at the base camp, and they want you there too, Traveler.
Winter camp is nearing its end. Apparently, even provisional instructors are required to attend.
Looks like we need to go, Albedo. Bye for now.
Then I won't keep you. I have some things to attend to here, so forgive me for not seeing you down.
Don't worry about it. There have been no issues getting up and down the mountain recently.
Is everyone ready? Let's not keep them waiting.
Alright. Nice little... Here, alright, let's head down. Da-da-da-da. I should probably put an actual team on in case they decide to, like, put me in some combat for some reason. We gotta do combat anyway for one of the events. So let's just go, ride in National. Why
Stay
not?
close and you will live.
Alright, let's go.
Huh? Who is this guy?
Wait, he's alive?
Allow me to introduce Yosurf. He's
Yosurf.
father.
Dad,
Nice.
this is that traveler I was telling you about.
Yosurf.
The travelers helped me out loads in
That's
the
a great
past,
name.
and this time we even built a snowman together.
Joel has told me
Built a
everything about you.
snowman.
I can't thank you enough.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, where have you been?
Wait a second.
Please explain it to us.
Cyrus discreetly wiping tears away.
And what is Palad doing here? I agree.
Palad is the hero
What
of
is
the
Pa-
hour this time.
No.
Go on,
No.
Palad. Tell us what happened. in your
Please
own
don't
words.
tell me that Palad
Okay.
did something right.
The weather was fine on that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me. So I trusted my gut and set off to explore somewhere new, somewhere dangerous. Because where there is great danger, there is also great treasure.
Why does this sound so hard to believe?
But I had only been away
Because
from
it's
the group for a
Palad,
short
Paimon.
while when I fell down a slope and just started rolling.
That sounds about right.
Oh. Did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
The place I fell to was somewhere I didn't recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, this is the worst luck I've ever had in my whole life. Then I met Yosurf. He'd heard the sound of me falling and came out to see what was going on.
Huh?
Wow.
Huh?
So it was completely by chance then.
I thought he must have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event, but after a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was having memory problems. He didn't even know his own name. The temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then, so I convinced him to come back to the camp with me and figure everything else out after we got there. We got back to the camp,
All
ran
right.
into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second with this completely stunned expression on his face, and then he started crying out, "Dad! Dad!" That's when Yosurf suddenly started to remember.
My memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother, they are the only ones that I will not, no, that I cannot forget.
Daddy.
All right. That's sweet.
Daddy's right here, Joel. Daddy's right here.
Yosurf,
That's good.
don't you remember anything else at all? The poor princess? Feeding the foxes?
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the
God,
head
it
trauma.
was so long ago. Everything with
I'm
Dragon
not sure.
Spine.
I woke up and found myself
like barely
covered
remember
in blood. My things
what
were
happened
gone,
in that
and there was
patch. It was
nothing
probably,
to indicate who
1.2.
I was or how I got there. I crawled into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery. After my legs and feet were a little better, my hunting skills were what kept me alive.
Dad, I was so worried about you.
I'm all right now, Joel. Oh, don't cry. Daddy's not going anywhere. I'm here to stay.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
You know what,
All's
though?
well that
I
ends well.
definitely think
I
my
agree.
luck got worse after running into Bennett on that mountain.
Oh, shut up, Palin.
I knew it.
Don't
I just...
make fun of
No,
Benny.
I just meant if it weren't for you, there's no way I ever would have run into Yosurf on a mountain this huge. Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't blame yourself. Maybe sometimes miracles can only happen when you get just unlucky enough.
Ballad. When did you become such a smooth talker, huh?
Huh? Am I? I was just telling the truth.
Yeah, pal, you
Oh,
better be
yeah.
telling the truth.
I
Don't
wanna
you be
say
talking
thank
down to
you
Bennett.
To the Traveler, Uncle Cyrus, Auntie Eula, and Auntie Amber. Thanks, everyone. You all helped look after me, and I will always remember it.
I'm glad
But
that things
guess
ended
I
happy
can't
for
take
Joel.
the snowman with me, or it'll melt once it leaves Dragonspine. It's such a shame.
Oh, I can help with that. One moment.
Huh? Eula?
Here, take this. It's powdered rime. Just add it to your snowman, and it will never melt.
Wow!
Nice.
Really? Oh, this is awesome! You're the best, Auntie Eula! Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman now! How cool is that?
How can I ever repay you all?
You know, really, don't mention it. I'm happy.
Thank you all.
I do remember everything
Thank
from
you,
1.2
from the
with Joel,
bottom
and it
of
did
my
make me
heart.
feel sad.
Dad,
I'm very
wanna
glad.
Go move the snowman. Can we do it now, please?
Don't mention it, buddy.
Okay. I'll be leaving with Joel now. I'm sure I'll see you all another day.
Very well, very well. It's time for Pallet and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventurer discipline.
I agree,
Huh?
Cyrus.
But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes.
Nah,
this
you
time,
didn't.
You know?
See you guys.
You can never make up
Oh,
for your mistakes,
I made
Palin.
this for you and Amber. Think of it as a winter souvenir.
Are you sure? This must be really important to you.
Come on now, just take it. No need to make such a fuss.
Wow. Now our snowman won't melt either. Great.
Thanks, Eula. I'll treasure
You're
it.
welcome. Just keep it. That's all I ask. Amber and I have
I'm
some
assuming
business
that's
to
for the
attend to now.
Serenity pot.
See you later.
Oh, I haven't decorated my teapot in forever.
Everyone's gone.
It's kind of just there
Seems
now.
like they've all got their own stuff to do now.
Like, even when they introduced the new realm layout with Inazuma, which was really
We've
cool.
been on Dragon's
Like, I
Spine
remember
all
seeing it,
this
I was like,
time,
wow, that's
and
rad.
Paimon still forgot to
But I
ask
just never
Albedo about
did
how to
anything
make
with
a
it.
fruit juicifier machine that
Paimon.
Maybe we should
A
try
fruit
Timaeus
juicifier
again.
machine.
He does seem pretty eager to please after all.
Timaeus. I'm sure he can. He'll solve it by when I try to go use the crafting bench. He'll ask me, hey, did you mean to talk to me? Can I teach you about alchemy? Yeah, that's what Timaeus will do to help us. Oh, well. Alright, well, either way, let's go talk to him. See what's going on.
Traveler and Paimon, what can I do for you? Wait
What is it,
a
traveler?
minute. You've got that mischievous look on your face. Oh, you're not still thinking about that ridiculous juicer thing, are you?
What is it, citizen? Do you need help with a juicer machine?
Well, if the traveler isn't really interested, then, yeah, maybe I'll give this one a pass. It's just the weirdest request ever.
I truly don't understand what's so weird about a juicer. Or just, I guess a
And the time it
it's
would take me
essentially
to
a
research
thermos,
something
right?
like that,
Because she just wants
I
to
could
keep
probably
juice
pick those
cold.
Sunsettias again 10 times over.
New research project, Timaeus? We meet again.
Hey,
Oh, Albedo, thank goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine that can turn fruit into juice and keep the juice fresh. I mean, surely it's...
Majorly important, that's what it is. If you can manage to invent this, we'll never have to worry about fruit going bad ever again.
That's impossible.
huh? What? But he just walked over and he had the thing on him.
Turning fruit into juice is
I'm very
not hard,
confused.
but keeping it fresh is more difficult. But if you simply want to keep the fruit from rotting, there are many ways to achieve this. Right, Traveler?
Is Albedo messing with us?
His neck.
What's wrong? Is there something on my neck? From the look on your face, it's as if you thought I just played a practical joke on you that was in exceedingly poor taste.
Ah.
Albedo, you were saying?
You
how
gotta
do
be
you
kidding
stop
me,
fruit
right?
from
This
going
guy.
bad?
Okay,
Well,
Albedo.
One way would be to bury your fruit on Dragonspine, where the snow never melts all year round.
Okay, buddy.
Then Paimon won't be able to eat them.
It's just a prank,
You
bro.
could always live
You just
on
got
Dragonspine.
pranked.
No, too cold for Paimon.
Or you can give the fruit to me, and I would take it to Dragonspine for you. But since you don't like the cold, you'd have to send someone else to pick them up when you want them. This is where you come in, Traveler.
Suddenly sounds a lot more feasible with other people doing
Oh,
all
don't
the
give me
work.
that look, you little gremlin.
Okay then, shall we go with that idea?
Don't even.
Fruit buried on Dragonspine will stay fresh for much longer. However, it is also possible that the fruit will sprout and grow into fruit trees.
On
Who
Dragonspine.
knows? Maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard. You can water the trees, add fertilizer,
I don't
and when
believe
they
that.
finally bear fruit, you will have some fresh Sunsettias.
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener. That's not the goal here.
Oh? Well, I don't think being a gardener is so bad.
Oh my god, here we go again. Yep. Just like the story, what he was talking about.
Albedo, stop trying to get your hands on Paimon's super sweet Sunsettias!
And she doesn't even realize it.
It bothers you, does it?
Of course it bothers Paimon. They are the rarest, super duper sweetest Sunsettias ever. And they're not for you.
Okay.
This gremlin.
But they're just Sunsettias. I think you're only so attached to them because you
Yeah,
don't
because
have
they
much
aren't like
fruit of
these
this
low
quality in
quality,
your possession.
these low quality
When
models
someone's
right
pockets
here.
are full and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep, makes sense. I see. Oh. Now what? Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Is Albedo just chilling here now?
Dragonspine is too cold. If, one day, Dragonspine did become home to gardens and orchard, life may exist in all kinds of unfathomable forms, and in all manner of
I see. Okay, it's there. This guy. Alright, well, since we're done with story stuff, very cool. I'll set this back. Alright, so we got... Let's see. We got all of this stuff to do. We got this. These two. And then these two. Alright, we'll start with this one. And then we'll finish up with the snowmen. Put some snowmen together, and we'll call it there for the event. Is that it? No. No, that is it. It's just off a little bit. Okay, whatever. Alright. Alright. Come on, Raiden. Go. Come on, come on. No, don't fall. Okay. Oh dear. This is not gonna go well. Oh, okay. I swore I was gonna like completely overshoot it. Like in some of the previous courses. It was so easy, or the one before this where you were going up the mountain on the little like ice platforms. It was so, oh gosh, darn it. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully it didn't matter. Hopefully that one didn't matter. Keep going. We got both the insignias of conquest so far, so hopefully that'll make up for missing that one adventure insignia. Oh, we're gonna miss that. Wow, we didn't miss it. Alright. Got that. Alright, let's see. Was that enough? 32,000. Is that enough for the high score? Or do we need to do it? Nope. Yep, just 30k. Nice. Alright, that's all of that. Alright. Let's go hit some let's go hit some ice blocks. Try and find these, things. Alright, let's go. So, this event, I don't know. I enjoy in this game, my favorite part about this game is the comp. That's like the part I enjoy. So like, all this like mini-game stuff, I've never really enjoyed it the most. All that much. I just find it as just sort of filler fluff that's there. That is just there to try and tide you over until they actually release, you know, content worth anything. Oh, come on. That's just working. There we go. I don't really feel like slowly bursting her down. But, yeah, so that's been my biggest issue with this game recently, is that all the events just feel like filler. And like I'm not really doing anything. Like I'm just walking around right now. these little ice cubes. Which is not exactly why I play this game. I play the game because I like the combat and the characters, which the story part of this event I liked. I liked the interaction with the characters. I love that Bennett was in it. That made me so happy that Bennett was in it. Anytime Bennett's in it, it's great. But, so that part was great, the story, and just listening to everything, and that whole thing at the end there with Albedo was very nice to listen to. And when he pranked us afterwards, it's just a prank, bro. Jokester Albedo at it again. It was fun, and I liked it. But then, like, this part, like, I get that it's laid back and kind of casual, and you can just kind of take your time and do it, and it's whatever. And you don't have to have, like, really well put together characters. But, see, when I play gacha games or things like this, I love the character progression. And seeing my characters go from this level 1 thing that has, like, nothing, that can barely do anything, to becoming this really powerful unit that I get to use. And that's my issue with things like this, is that I don't really get to see my units put to use. They kind of are just, you know, there. My Bennett could be level 1 and I can do this. Okay, maybe not, because he would have just died. But you get the... Wow. Thank you, Lock-On. Hit the barrel. That's what I want. But, yeah, so I don't really get to use my characters. Which is my favorite part about this game, is using my characters. Oh, Jesus. But the combat aspects, like the Whopper Flower boss fight, it was okay, I'd say. It wasn't like my favorite thing. It was alright. And like the last event, the last like major event in my eyes was the Labyrinth Warriors. And that one was very close for me. It was very close. But it wasn't quite there. And the reason I say that is because it wasn't quite roguelike enough. Because I felt that like everything was just too samey. I don't know. Because the layout, because the biggest issue with it was that, yeah, the blessings change, the enemies are different that you fight, which is good, That's what you want with a roguelike. You want those buffs to be different every time. And you want the enemies to be different every time. That way it's not the same thing. But the biggest issue came from the exploration part of it, and how it might have just been me what I was seeing. But it felt like all the layouts, at least definitely the all the ones that you were required to do, not the last one. I did finish the last one, the like super hard one. That was my favorite one. It was actually challenging. Like I tried to do it. I can't remember what the team I brought was for it, but I tried to do it with just some random team. It was not like a well put together team. I just used like whoever, and it didn't really work that well. And I was punished for it. And I was like, and after I died, I was like, okay, I have to use an actual team for this. All right, I'll build an actual team. I can't just fly through this like most content. Like, watch, when I actually start this fight, you'll see what I mean by fly through it like most content. But that was fun. But the biggest issue was the fact that the floor layout was the same every time. And that the layouts themselves weren't all that exciting. And it was just... It took too long to get from one place to another. It was just so slow going from one spot to another. So that if you want to explore all the rooms, you guys have to backtrack, and you're limited by your character's stamina. That's definitely one thing they should do if they consider either bringing it back in that form or like re-implementing it in some other form. they definitely should consider, if you're not in combat and if you're just moving between rooms, to just make the stamina infinite. I don't see like how that's game breaking at all, because it's only while you're moving, because it would only be while you're out of combat and you're just moving through the rooms, just so you can get from one place to another. That makes sense to me. It would expedite the whole process, and I feel like it'd be more fun overall for the players, so they can just get from one place to another. They can experience it in its entirety much quicker without having to rely on, or not rely on, but having to deal with the stamina being super slow every time. Which was my biggest issue, especially on the last stage where the combat's very challenging and enjoyable, even with like the buffs you get. My favorite buff was the one where it made like explosive barrels do like 2,000% more damage or something. And then you can make yourself immune to explosive barrels. So in those rooms where there's just a bunch of them, you spawn the enemies, you run into the middle of all the barrels, and you just blow them up. And you don't take any damage, but you're just standing there with all the enemies just gone. It's very fun. I really liked that. I really liked it. So if they just made a way to move the traveling between the rooms faster, and then maybe add a couple more of those cards, because a lot of the cards felt samey. Again, the explosive barrel thing was great. That was hilarious. I loved that. But they just need to add more to make it a little bit more interesting. And then if they bring back the little, I can't remember what they're called. They're the little blessing things that you could pause the game, and they would do something like, I think one of the Electro ones was like make your energy recharge faster. It made like more particles or something. Or like, I think the Geo one made your shield stronger or something? I don't remember. But they definitely need to fix the implementation of those. I thought those were implemented pretty poorly, because you had to like, I think you had to like press T, and it would open the menu. Then you had to select the one you wanted. And then after you selected the one you wanted, then it would take effect. You'd go back into combat. And it's like all of that just to get some tiny minor little buff. Like half the time I didn't even use it, because I thought it was just too much of a hassle for me to go into that menu, select the one I want, have it take effect. And by the time I do all that, it would just be more effective for me to just use my characters and just DPS everything down. Evident by like this, for example. See how like, what I mean by everything is just nice? Like look at this. Like, this isn't a challenge. That was not a challenge. And that's that. So I hope they bring Labyrinth Warriors back. I didn't care for the story. The story was whatever. I didn't think the story was all that good. I wasn't that interested in it. That's also because the two characters featured weren't exactly my favorite. I'm not the biggest fan of Child. I like at all. He just exists for me. And Jinyan, I don't know. She's okay, I guess. She's just not for me. I'm never gonna build her. It just doesn't interest me all that much. So the story was whatever. But the game, again, the gameplay was the last like 2 stages. The gameplay was good. The first couple, man, it was a joke. I did like all of the first couple stages until like the last like 2. I just did solo runs because it was super easy. Let's give him a broom. I like that one. Hat. Give him a Santa hat. Scarf. Yeah, we'll go with that. Eyes. Oh, I gotta go with the egg eyes. Look at that. Nose. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. It's perfect. Should give him different hands. Oh, I didn't finish this guy. Never finished this guy. Did I? I did. I want to change his scarf. Let's give him those hands. Actually, I should give that other one those hands. This guy's good. Let's give you these hands. There we go. Look at him. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I can. Oh, that's that guy. Thought there was a fourth one you built. Complete 4. Yeah. Where's the... Oh, there he is. Okay. I guess I had to finish that first. He's got 3 little buttons. Give him that. Let's go with those hands. The evil hands. Let's put that thing on him. Why not? Give him that. The little bib. And we'll give him... Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Definitely that one. Look at this guy. Look at him. It's like, end my suffering. Please. I do not want to live on this mortal coil anymore. Put me out of my misery. I love it. Okay. That's that. These are all... Yeah, these are all furnishings for the Serena teapot. Use your snowman components to construct puffy snowmen in your Serena teapot. Yep, there you go. Alright. Cool, cool. I just buy the last couple things in the event shop and then we're done. Alright. That's the event. Okay. Nice. Event cleared. Alright. So. I guess I will use my resin up, and then we'll call it for the test stream. Sounds good. Alright. Real quick. Check out the expedition that finished, apparently. I didn't play earlier, like this morning, just a little bit. All I did this morning was my dailies. What? Did I forget? I must have forgot to, like, send them again. Whoops! I must have forgot those two, I guess. Because I don't see how they would have finished before the other ones. Or unless I didn't send them on the longest one. I don't know. Whatever. I guess I'll just do more Viridescent. That's what I've been doing. For artifact grinding. Because I am desperately trying to get a stupid Elemental Mastery Goblet for Sucrose. And I've just yet to get an Elemental Mastery Goblet ever. I don't know. I have not seen one. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's probably change my team, make sure that they are all charged up and ready to go. But I've been trying forever to get the stupid Elemental Mastery Goblet. And no matter how much resin I pour in, no matter how many runs I do, I just can't get this stupid goblet. So, it's time to do our... Time to pray. Pray to MiHoYo above. That today, they will finally give me my goblet. Or maybe it'll just be like last night when I did my runs, and all I got was, I think I did like 3 runs, and they were all Maiden's pieces. They were all, I think, the flap. That's the worst part about this game, is that the other artifact is just worthless. What am I gonna do? Maiden this? No. Especially now with the that new set. I haven't even done that in a single time. But from what I've seen, why would you use Maidens at this point? You can just grab that set. Finally make your Chi-Chi viable. I don't think it's gonna make Chi-Chi viable, but hey. Better than nothing. Saiyans. Defense percent. Nice. As it goes. As it goes. Alright. Next run. Maybe this will be it. This will finally be Elemental Mastery God. Alright, come on. Give it to me. Elemental Mastery Goblet. Do it. Do it. Okay. 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 It's gonna be defense percent. I already know it. What can I say? What can I say? Other than... I hate this game. This game just... Oh. All I want is an Elemental Mastery Goblet for my Sucrose. All I want. But I can't get it. Every single goblet is like defense percent or HP. And it makes me want to cry. I'm not even going to check that. It's a Maiden's piece. There's no point. Okay. Last run, I believe. I don't think I have a transient resin. No, I do not. Okay. The last run. Let's go. Oh, gosh darn it. What? That's why I just aim at the floor there. 90% of the time when I'm doing Morgana, I just like aim at the floor. Because it doesn't matter. Wow. Of course. It's a pretty good goblet too. Alright, well. I guess let's turn those artifacts into strong boxes. I think I have enough for a couple strong boxes. See if we can get some good pieces. Let's try and get some... Let's try and get Noblesse pieces, because I'm trying to build Tank Yonfei with builder with Noblesse. So let's see, all these pieces are bad. Power damage goblet with no crit. Nope, nope, nope. All these pieces are bad. Nope. Crit rate circlet with ER. Do I keep that? Alright, we'll level that up to 4, see if it gets a crit stat. See if it gets crit damage. If it doesn't, then it's going to the pile. Cryo damage gauntlet with crit radium? No. No, I would keep this if God. Yunjin. I'm so excited for her. I want her so like I kind of want Yunjin more than Shenhei. I obviously I'm gonna, if they're on the same banner, I'm gonna roll because I'm gonna try and get Shenhei, and if hopefully when I do, I'll get Yunjin. But God, because in the the little trailer that happened in the Stove God event. I cannot remember the name of that event. The one with Kaching and Zhangling and good old Guoba turned out to be a god. In the little one of those little cutscenes that was playing, it showed what looked to be like Yunjin, and in that little cutscene, it looked like she had an Animo vision, and I was so excited. I thought she was gonna be an Animo character. She's gonna be like a really awesome Animo polearm like support character. Like that would have been really cool. Like, oh, can you imagine? Cause like she's gonna be a Geo character, as we've seen by the pictures that MiHoYo posted on their Twitter of Shenhei and her. That she's gonna be a Geo character, and I mean, my guess is she's gonna be a support. My guess is she's gonna be a shielder. She's gonna be like my guess is she's gonna be like Noelle, but with a polearm and hopefully a bit better of a kit than Noelle. That's my guess. But I was hoping she was gonna be an Animo character. Can you imagine if there was an Animo if she was an Animo shielder? That would have been so cool. And if she scaled with HP percentage, like some goblet like this, that would have been so good. But alas, she's a Geo character, which is fine. I don't really have like any Geo characters, at least none that are built. I tried for a while to build Noelle, but I sort of, I guess, lost interest. I just stopped caring about building Noelle because I was like, man, what are the gains for this? Because I think it was going to be my first built shield character because I needed a shielder. And then I learned about Diona. I was like, oh, I'm just going to build Diona. Diona's great. I've been using her since. She's great. But so Yunjin will probably be my first actual built Geo character. Because I'm going to build her. I'm going to level her to 90. I'll probably triple crown her because I really like her design. If I have enough crowns, I'll probably triple crown Shenhei too and 90 her because I really like her design as well. But for now, let's see what we get here real quick. Come on. Some good noblesse pieces. Okay, let's see. Holy cow. Okay. Nope. 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 Nah. No. This is kind of copium. Nah. Okay. Hey, one good piece, though. This is a really good piece. I can put that on official, actually. I'll level up in a bit. First I need to... Let's go to artifacts. Where's that hat? This one, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's level this hat up to 4. See what it gets as its 4th stat. If it gets crit damage, I'll keep it. If it doesn't, it's fodder. Nope. That's not good enough. Okay. I'll just feed it, actually. We'll just make a couple more boxes. See if we can get any more good pieces. All these were bad. I already locked that really good goblet. 18. Okay, we don't have enough for another one. Let's just do that. Come on. Oh, some good pieces. Nope. Nah, okay. We still do a couple more. Come on. Still got a couple more chances. Nope. No. Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Last one. This is our last one. Here it comes. Here it comes. Okay. It's a hat. It's a hat. We want crit damage with like crit rate, energy recharge, and EM substats. No, it's bad. It's bad. Okay. All right. Let me look at my official artifacts. What's her goblet currently? Oh, her goblet's pretty good. Oh, dang. Oh, let's see how good this goblet gets. Let's see what we roll on these stats. Oh, please just don't roll the HP. Please. Come on. Okay, 1 crit damage roll. That's good. Let's see if we can get that perfect 1-to-2 ratio. Come on. I'll take an energy recharge roll, that's fine. As long as it's not crit, and as long as it's not HP. And there's the HP. Okay. This piece is slowly getting worse and worse. If we can get, like, 1 more crit damage roll, and then a crit rate roll, this will be decent. Okay, this piece is gone down. It's suddenly gone down the crapshoot. 2 HP rolls. Did I just finish it with this thing? Yeah, I know. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Oh my god. Alright, yep, that piece is fodder. Unfortunate. I had high hopes for that piece, but it's just fodder. Oh well. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. I'll just finish up my weekly limit real quick. Let's just go complete a light line real quick. Not even gonna collect it. We're just gonna complete it. Yeah, this one. This one's just a ruin guard. Just go do this real quick. Defeat the monsters and save Alan? No thanks. I'll pass. Thank you, though, for the opportunity. That reminds me of how, for a bit, when I was actually playing this game a bunch, every day, there's a little spot over there where if you stand on it, and you safe quit out, it will spawn, it'll trigger a friendship quest. And you just do that to get the maximum amount per week. Or per day, not per week. And you could grind friendship XP. And that, when I got to that point, I was like, I'm actually sitting here grinding friendship XP. Alright, I think we're done. I think I've exhausted everything Genshin can offer on a daily basis at this point. What? Okay, buddy. You need to calm down. I was like, I think I've exhausted everything Genshin has to offer. When I'm actually sitting here grinding friendship XP. Just this, like, bit. Matter, this enemy is level 85. Alright, there we go. Finish that up. Nice. Battle Pass level 25. Battle resin, nice. Okay. Well, I think that about does it. Events finished. Got everything in the shop. We did some artifact runs and got 1 good piece from strong boxes, which was ruined by artifact RNG and rolled HP 3 times, as it goes. Then we finished up our battle pass for the week. Alright. Nice. I say that's a good, short test stream done. So, thanks for watching. I guess I'll just end it here. Like I said at the start, sometime tomorrow, probably between 8 to 8:30 p.m. EST. I'll go live again, and should be Dark Souls 3, Soul Level 1, continuing my playthrough of it that I started offline. We'll be doing the Ring City DLC. Trying to get through to hopefully at least one boss. I'd like to get at least one done. Maybe like Half-Light or something. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Have a good rest of your evening, afternoon, day, whatever it is.